Now I'm... Wait, no, is this too low? Okay, no, I think... Okay, I think I've probably got it at a decent level now. A lot of stuff from that. I don't do King Beetle enough now. Okay. Beesmas Quest is almost certainly unintentionally getting completed during the stream, so Beesmas Quest will still have to wait a bit. I should do Robo Party, maybe. Not sure if it'll matter much because I'm gonna end the stream before I'm able to spawn the next one, so I'll only end up doing one regardless, so okay, I guess I'll do that one. I think I'm gonna make this one a drive run, so okay, nothing too interesting came from that. Okay, there we go. Alright. And okay, converted the hive, that one gives more, and it's super early on, so I'm gonna go for it. Okay. Okay, that did not work as I'd planned. I'm not getting too much, but it's still enough. Searching for golden cogmores right now. I don't think there is one this time around, so I'm gonna whirligig now. Alright, yeah, okay, there we go. There are quite a few drives in my inventory, so oh, more converting at the hive. Okay. Gonna save those up. Hopefully able to get up to 200k. Okay, not with that attitude. Like, not with the flame fuel, though. Oh, that's gonna be very useful, actually. Wow. Since my Whirligig's still on cooldown, I still have to go all the way back manually. But yeah, 201,000 is surprising. And a little bit too close, so I think. Also, I think the golden cogmore's gotta be here around 6. Still not getting any upgrades that increase my cogs per round. So, for the time being, I'll have to go without those, unfortunately. Now that I think about it, I wonder if I should have my... keep my company username as I can't see your chats, because I can see the YouTube chat. I can't really... It's the Roblox chat that I'm, like, clarifying that I can't see from the username. Hello, Yukapatings, and I don't think I do, unfortunately. Yeah, it's been long enough ago that checking channel activity doesn't even give any other results. So it has been a while. Okay. Up to 96 cogs now. Okay, I'll go for that one. There's still nothing there. There's definitely a golden cogmore somewhere, though. It's all the way in Pineapple. Last one's last Beesmas when I server hop for Robo parties. I think I probably remember doing that, yeah. I didn't really end up doing the same thing here. I did try to... I kind of server hopped a bit, but that was when on it was spawning a few. So, since they're spawned in all servers, if I could just defeat all the party cogmowers in one server, and then go into the next one and defeat the party cogmowers there, I could just quickly try to get a small bunch of them really quickly. And then, for the most part, the rest of them were just from my own robo parties. And when I rolled the dice, that part is a bit vague in terms of like just like the field dice as an item or like something else. Or maybe I did something completely different that doesn't even relate to Beeswoman in that context. I don't even know. Okay, this time might be faster or better to go for that one. Finally. Just doing a roll dice. And it wasn't quite rolling a dice, it was coin flipping a bunch of times. And I think there's like multiple that accumulated like a total of like 4,000-ish. Hello, Curtis. Okay, 168 cogs now. Damn it, the switch to red just got level 20. I hope the switch to red goes well. I forward mixed still. I can't really, it's hard to say I'm mixed hive at this point, but I can't really say I'm red at all either. I haven't really fixed it up enough yet. Okay. Just need the goo now. You just subbed, thanks. I get so much money last time. For the most part, I think since I've had the Planter of Plenty for a year, I've just been AFK for like almost the entire time, like after Beesmas. Okay, yeah, there's more than enough time to get the rest of the goo, though. Okay. Should be fine here. Just a little bit more. Okay, that should be it. Okay. Okay. Moving on to round number 10. Often I've been kind of unlucky when doing the drive runs in this one. Okay, with a lack of upgrades that I've done, I'm not gonna get more cogs from doing that. Also, I'm not gonna get Vicious Bee in time. I'm still on. It's still on the route to get these 3 cogmores and pumpkin. So. I do plan to save the Scorching Star for Strawberry Field, or Rose, it doesn't matter much. I don't think. I'll just go here. Okay. This should be fine. Okay, that's definitely enough. Alright. One more cog mower in Sunflower Field. So, okay, they're in Pineapple. I should watch out for my HP a little bit. Because my HP probably might have went down below 1. Showing genuine AIs in chat. I don't really think about it much. I just continue playing these. I just continue playing whatever I'm doing in a lot of cases. Even if I did lose all my HP, I would probably have still been fine. So, 212 cogs at the moment. That's decent. Okay, wait. The other thing I was gonna do. There we go. Now I have 21 hours of satisfying nectar. Okay, so that should be useful for any white pollen stuff if I need to. Okay, these, I mean, with no upgrades, none of these are really quests I could do. But this one I could easily do, like, with not many problems. Okay, at this point in the grind, it's a bit late for that, so I'm just gonna try to collect the pollen for now, I guess. And see how things turn out. Okay, that was even quicker than I expected. 4 cogs, some speed bonus, so now all I need is 18 of them. And I get, I get 2 from the upgrade, so as long as I get a quest I could reliably do. They both involve Blue Flower Field. So probably not. So okay, I think I've decided how I'm gonna plan that out. Glitch drive here. Do that. and get another red drive. I'll start Rose. That was glitch drive number 51 on Digital B. Not too much progress since the last Beesmas because I was still AFK then. Okay, I'll try to get Scorching Star quickly. I won't really need it at all in blue flower fields, so might as well get it now. I'll still try to get some precision as well. Well, I guess I don't even need the Scorching Star at all, apparently. I also didn't check if there's any golden cogmores. Yeah, I haven't really been using alt accounts for this. Okay, it still could go well despite the fact that despite the fact that it's blue flower field in a round with no upgrades besides just getting 2 cogs every round. Feels like it could go either way at this point. But now I'm past the halfway point, so maybe there's a chance here. Okay, almost got that one. Barely got that one. Yeah. There's quite a few situations where it'd probably be extremely useful to have. Luckily, still managed to get the quest done anyways. It makes me rethink about the doubts I had with the previous run where I just got all blue fields and felt like I needed to reroll. Okay. I mean, I'm not gonna make it too much farther with that. So that would not be worth it at this stage. Okay, precision's back up there. So yeah. Hopefully things go well here. You got hotkey. See ya? Alright. Good luck with that. almost there. Okay, that got me all the way. Okay. Not really that favorable. Do I? I don't think I'll go for it. I'll probably just take the one drive that I can get now. I could try to go for it. Redfield booster puts me in strawberry. So I'll see how things go from here. Okay, now I've got Scorching Star. I might still end up completing this. Because this is still essentially upgradeless. Because yeah, the one upgrade I do have can't really say it counts towards the actual in-game performance, and instead it's just an extra adding to the currency I get. So yeah. I already spent, I think I accumulated 200 and, no way, I did. It was probably 289 actually, if I remember it correctly. Yeah, 289. That's not even correctly doing the math there. That's, well, 279. I mean, even that's including the 10 that I get at the start. So I mean, it's still a way for me to manage to somehow get this done. Okay, Beesmas Quests is actually finished. Yeah, still not around taking too seriously, so even if I lose here, I don't really care that much. That's fine. Except there are chances that I manage to complete this round anyways. Okay, I already have Scorching Star now and Bear Morph. Okay, so I will be able to get another drive with these extra cogs that I managed to get from that. This one I almost gave up early on, but yeah. Yeah, the white drive is the only one I have none of at the moment. So now it's 1, 1, and 1. I mean, now I'm curious to see if there's even possible for me upgradeless. Like, once again, I'm not really gonna put the most effort into this, but just kind of seeing what I could do here. Like, I don't think I need to try this round, mostly because, it's not really gonna get me an extra drive. I think it's a bit, like, it's a bit late for that. And even if I complete round 16, it's not gonna be enough for an extra drive either, so. I'll just see what happens, though. And also my HP is completely gone, actually. Barely even gave me enough time to react. Yeah, I'll stop it there. I got a red drive. Okay, yeah, so now I've got some of those. I didn't even mean to do that one. Okay. I'll start from here then. Okay. My luck would have actually been kind of bad if I were to actually start on the very left. Like, so. Kind of managed to dodge that one a little bit. So, yeah. I'll see if there's enough time for me to make it up here. There is. I'll do this as well. Okay. I wanted something other than the moon charm, so I just went for it and got kind of lucky there. And yeah, still 13 hours and a half until I can get another Robo Pass there. All right. Game did freeze for a little bit. So now I have 17 and a half hours of comforting nectar. Probably gonna replant some of these planters now though. Petal planter might just go there. For the others, I'm still thinking about it. I can't really put that other one back in Pine Tree. If I cycle through, I might just... Okay, yeah, that works. And then, Okay. Will I get an easy one? Kind of. For this one, I'll count it. And the scorpions are actually pretty close to spawning anyways, so... I'll just get the rosefield pollen here. Okay. Okay, I'll take that one immediately. And immediately just get all the honey I need. That was good. 40,000 goo and then red pollen. I'll take that one easily. Reroll. Wow. Okay. 4 cogs. 5 cogs per round actually as an upgrade bonus. That's good. Now 300,000 honey. This one's gonna be a bit interesting. Oh, wow. Insane upgrade RNG. For now, at least. It's only been 3 rounds. I don't see the golden cogmore this time, so I will just go back to... Oh. Stick bugs here all of a sudden. Let me make the rest of this honey quickly. Okay, got it. Okay. Something clearly attacked that stick bug, because I didn't. Maybe some blueberries on the side won't hurt. Okay. Hello, cactus, and so far things are going alright. And level 5 in mountaintop. I think I have too much haste for this shortcut. Maybe. Yeah, sometimes I go for it if I have no haste, but I think... Okay, now that I have no haste, I can go for it. I do want the gumdrops. Almost got a second glue. Barely missed it. I'll take that one over there. It is gonna spawn a defense totem though, so... And it's just defeated basically instantly. How many Beesmas Quests have I done? All of them. Except for the ones that haven't been unlocked yet. For BBM, my chances are, like, I'd say extremely low. I did it once. 2 Beesmases ago. I failed the most recent one. So, how many did you guys? Alright. I'm at 51 glitched right now. Like, the other numbers aren't really that high, but it's mostly just having glitched drives, kind of, even though, although it's not even too many. It's like a tenth of the maximum. So. The max rate, not even close. It's pretty much the exact opposite of that. I'm at, I think, 5 of each of those. Yeah, getting glitched out was just kind of the thing I had in mind for some time, even though it's probably not really going to be too helpful. I don't know if I'm gonna change up that strategy too much, unless I get... Yeah, it's not something I really think too much about. I just tend to use glitch more. I gotta stop messing up what I say, because that feels like almost entirely incorrect what I said there. It's mostly just not, it's mostly just me not using that many of my items for things. I just have too much stuff. I've kind of like not really visible enough from here. I'll just pull it up here. It's not even. Also not. Yeah, this part's also not well thought out, and I mean, my bee equips are probably even worse than this somehow. $83K tickets, blame planner plenty for that one. And being AFK for like 98% of like the time that I wasn't Beesmas. Am I using RBC comp or something? Like, it's not even really any kind of well thought out hive comp. Also, it's not being around 21. Yeah, I think I only have like 2 level 21 bees so far. Haven't really done too much. I think the badgers are solid proof that most of my honey is just planter of plenty. Like, the distribution should not be this even for any player. And also Brown Bear Quest leaderboard as well. And also evidence for that. Yeah, it is getting close to 2 years. Not that far away. I have a bunch of things. I haven't done too many trades. It's like, for the most part, after Beesmas ended, I just kind of had stickers just accumulating in my inventory. I have a decent number of Dapper Bear from aboves. And then some other random things. These two for the Dapper Bear quest, I haven't really made much progress in that. So time for more of putting priorities in unnecessary places. Featuring Riley B quest number 1408. Okay, mushroom fields. Okay, got that. Okay, I'll still have to wait for the scorpions though. Polar quest done, black bear quest is done. Okay. This is one of those simple ones. And there we go. Okay. Now it's one where I have to defeat a lot more enemies. The farthest I've gotten up to this point is round 24. Where I think of those, of the 3 times I've done it, where I've gotten to that point, I think there are 2 quests that I know that I couldn't be done at all. And then one where I did kind of make an attempt for it, but like, it wasn't really enough. Yeah, this one I could get done a little quicker, I think. I do sometimes hesitate on the quest reroll if it's a bit early. Like, since I don't even really make it like all the way, and I just don't trust my quest RNG enough, because there's a lot of quests I don't like do do well in. So in cases, yeah, with how I've set everything up, I tend to go for it still. I'll look for golden cogmower again because I didn't see one in. Okay, the pumpkin. I feel like in a lot of cases I end up with a lot of leftover cogs anyways. Okay, that worked. How cheap was it last? I probably could have gotten that one. It was. Wait a minute. Outsources has always been one of those ones where I just never think about it. Oh wait. Okay, now I can wait. I clicked on the wrong one. Okay, yeah, there's the actual full set of drives. A lot of my glitch drives come from just over here. If I do the formula for that, how much would that be? I think I got 26 glitch drives from that. So I must have gotten 25 from just RBC runs that made it decently far. And a lot of those are just a little bit more recent. That one I'll probably go for. That one I'll take easily. That one. Sometimes I wait for that one if it's like 7 or fewer. In some cases, that one I still go for. If it gets to later rounds, I'll end up taking it with 8. Okay, quest number 1408 is done. That won't take a bit. Hello, Studiist. And on to round 7 now. Once again, that's 8. Overfed I just take regardless, and same with a couple of other ones. Yeah, sometimes if I'm not sure what to say for some messages, I just don't end up saying things. I tend to do that with a lot of things. So yeah. A little bit more goo. Something that I still tends to not use my items for, despite having 114,743 gumdrops in my inventory right now. Yeah, personally, I end up using Lotus Plants for a bit because I don't even macro, and I also don't really plant sprouts. I just kind of find them naturally spawning at times. And this one I'll probably take. Then, okay, that was perfect, essentially. Then we're gonna... Typically, that is like about the point where I... Probably my, like, maybe the median run-ish. Like, somewhere around there. Typical instincts from me, just ignoring outsource again. Yeah, I just don't really have anything set in a way that ignores, like, the mess-ups of quest RNG. Because I feel like that's what messes with a pretty high chunk of my runs. So it's 9 this time. Easy to do. 25 blue. I'd still, since I don't have anything like organized as an actual RBC hive, I just end up getting practically nothing from in terms of blue pollen. So I just don't really end up going for it. Okay. If you do still insist on helping out, you can. That's probably gonna be in my inbox for all the time that it exists there. Hello, built. Okay. So many items I mean. I don't even know. Since I haven't really been fronting people in quite a while, I don't even know. Like, so it must have been from a. If it's true, it must have been from a really, really long time ago. Like, definitely more than a year. Because I actually don't know when I exactly stopped adding people. Like, even though the limit increased by a lot, I just haven't really done anything to my friend list in quite a while. So, yeah. I'm still surprised at how many views the 5 billion user really does. All times still at only 2.68. Technically not even correct when rounded. I think as of like a couple weeks ago, it's probably like I probably had like half my honey just sitting there before I actually decided to make like 2 level 21 bees, and then just didn't really do much. The hive in the thumbnail is from when I first started Beesmas, since I haven't really done anything to that. I just kind of kept using the same thumbnail image the entire time, and then not too much different. I have like done a few things, but there are some differences for sure. But yeah. I'm almost not sure if I'll probably go for that one. That one's 7 cogs now, so I'll keep that one. Definitely taking that one. End up taking that too, usually. Almost thinking about going for pineapple. I probably will, because I still have the moon amulet there. That might... It typically ends up being useful for that. So yeah. Incredibly awkward round 12. Shenanigans with goo and everything. Probably gonna still end up getting the white pawn like way before the goo. Actually, I might as well just get the rest here, since I've got the momentum going. Okay. I'd say that was still useful. Also, okay, I could do that, I guess. I don't trust my blue pollen making skills enough. I still go for that. I can't really take both of them. But this is one I don't always take. I'll still probably get that one though. I tend to lock in things like sharpen. Okay, rose done. Okay, and then pineapple. Should still be fine here. I was fine in this field last time. So... yeah, stuff like this is why I tend to consider myself more of a specialist in games like Alaster and other similar stuff. Instead of, sorry, I already have that locked in, so I might as well. This one I take, this one I still consider at times. I still end up trying to convert things a bit. Still gotta watch out, I can still get damaged by that, so... halfway mark now. That was almost it. Okay, there it is. I'll just take the Mondo Blessing while I'm up here. Might as well. Almost. Okay, 100k away still. Now is the time I just randomly decided I should do the Wordle again, and I got it in 2 this time, apparently. So, a little bit on the lucky side with that. And no, I was expecting to do well in that. Well, wasn't expecting to do that well, I guess. Usually I don't get worlds in 2. Okay, update on... Yeah, I still don't really go out of my way to go for Deborah from above in many cases. I mean, with the nectars that I have and the nectar condensers or nectar vials that I have, it's okay, that one, that's how I'll take that one, and then my usual instincts. I still sometimes go with my usual instincts of doing things. Even just having the options of white and blue pollen here, oh, that's perfect actually. Don't even really guarantee me anything. And yeah, since I can't really consider my bees the most reliable of attackers, I just still tend to go all out on that. I'm in a combination of my tendency towards not using items until like round 19-ish, even if it means I'll probably end up failing the run in the process. But, and then also, I mean, the pineapple patch 2x boost being here, and I don't think my homepage is good enough for me to actively consider going on those fields. I mean, it's different when there's fuzzy alts. But for someone who doesn't use one, it could still like almost work if you prepare beforehand, probably. And especially if you have a lot of homepage upgrades. Also on top of the fact that I got the router upgrades as well for 1.6x in this field. That kind of contributes a little bit to it as well. Yeah, things are a bit different if someone else is using a fuzzy alt here. Very close to having the white pollen done now as well. And okay, there we go. But it doesn't extend to pineapple. Let me look. Wait, let me look at that a second time. Unless I'm thinking of the wrong one. Router, strawberry, spider, bamboo, pineapple. Unless it's broken in a way, that's... Okay, that one I tend to go for, and... Okay. I almost didn't. That one's... Yeah, that one's one that I should, in most cases, go for, I feel like. any moment now. Okay, got it. Okay, now Dandelion. I'm not exactly sure how much my homepage upgrade is at. Haven't checked in a little bit. Okay, now back to pineapple. Okay. Server's close to filling up almost. Just out of nowhere, random break to just decide I want to do Robo Party. Because I mean, we've got to do it at least once. I've got to do it once. At the very least. It's not too high of a rank compared to what it usually would be at the moment, and I haven't really focused too much on the rank of it since I kind of just locked in a bit for round 32, and then after I got past that, I just started really thinking about it as much. Just quickly. Might as well. I'll get some bit of Robo Party Blessing on the side as well. Significantly worse on the other device I tend to use at times. Like, most of the time. Because that device is kind of the reason why I'm AFK, like, 90% of the time off stream. Because it's essentially, from the experience I've had, like, I do, like, way worse than I do here, and it's slow enough to where by the time when there's like 40 seconds or like 30 to 40 seconds left on the timer, on the display timer, the round just ends because that timer's lagged so far behind. Yeah, the idea to do Robo Party probably came to mind at a really bad time. That did not do anything. It almost feels odd seeing the cog turret like all the way in the corner there when it does that. So okay. Back to being locked in. Oh yeah, the other thing I don't mention, the off stream I also tend to not have the nectars ready. This one, since I don't really get much from bamboo, I don't really trust that one too much, and for converting at the hive, like, I would fail that like 5 rounds prior to this moment. So yeah, I would not. I would almost think between quest A and rerolling. And in most off-screen moments, I probably would have reroll for something better, to be honest. Like, I genuinely... Like, the main thing about that is that I get close to no, pollen or blue pollen in that situation. I'll go bamboo first. I guess for routing that almost works. I'll see how things go. And then... Because, yeah, probably one of the other times I did this, I probably failed here having, like, 4 minutes in bamboo to actually get the pollen. I think it was, like, a similar amount to this one as well, so, like... But with multiple fuzzy alts here, it's, like, significantly different. And then there's also... What was I even gonna say? There's also me never knowing how much the white pollen is contributing compared to the blue pollen, because at times it feels like that I'm getting the same amount of each, even though it's significantly more blue flowers. That's kind of the reason I had, ties into the reason I kind of kept my hive a mess for so long. Just trying to hold on to the amounts of blue pollen I'd get, I guess. Nope, not yet. Okay, now it's done. Even with the help of the fuzzy ults, that still took about half the time. I should watch out for my HP, and also... Okay, managed to avoid getting killed by the game freezing. There's a lot... That doesn't really end up being an issue a lot of the time, but there have been some cases, like, where, like, during stream my game would freeze a lot. More happens often on lower ping servers, which seems contradictory in a way, but it's still true. Yeah, I still end up sticking to not being an item user until like a couple of rounds from now. So I'll see what happens. Everything lined up so nicely this for mountaintop for some reason. So okay, this one I can easily do. That. Sometimes I take that, and then yeah, I still tend to be interested in that, just in case. And then, you know, I'll go for more again. Wait. This is another case where my strategy would have changed a lot if if the fuzzy alts weren't here. Because in a situation where the, flowers can all get to max level kind of quickly, then mushroom would be certainly better, but without the fuzzy alts, then I would have ended up going in strawberry for the 1.9x. The non-item using tendencies still remain up until probably like up until a point where I feel like I can't complete the round without it. That's when I start to use them a little bit. I almost ended up in rose before actually thinking about it, and yeah, off stream I would have just ended up going to strawberry, but here it's better for mushroom. Okay. That's me. I will... Okay, get that back to regular... I don't really think about the gingerbread house that much, so sometimes I might... Like, every now and then I'll just feel like, this I would not complete. Like, neither of these I would complete under probably any circumstances, really. I guess, like, even if I use loaded dice, like, for all three of these, then maybe I'd have a chance with even with the fuzzy balls, too. Like, in case like this, I tend to save my rerolls for that. That's way better. It's situations like that where I have rerolls ready just in case. And we're also at the point where blue pollen is, like, entirely unreasonable for me, almost, so... This is where I'd almost think about doing respec blue at times. It's either that or I end up rerolling something else. Or something better. Wait, that's not... Yeah, that's one actually I'm kind of divided on, but... Yeah. Because this is still a lot, but at the same time, just getting one overfit red and then one overfit white. Since I don't think... Yeah. This is still... Still sticking to the usual. I think round 20 is the barrier of when I start to use Star Saw, like most of the time. I probably chose the worst like position of the field to go in for that one moment. Now I need to be on high alert. I'm probably gonna run out of HP here as a result of like one of those that I don't even notice. Never mind. I will still try to save my HP though. In a lot of cases, I don't even really trust myself with White Pollen this late in the game either, so... I think... I mean, I have gotten close at a certain point before with White Pollen, I believe. When I think I tried White Pollen because I had no choice, because I didn't have enough rerolls anymore. At that point. And I think I made it all the way to, like, getting all the White Pollen I needed. It was just a matter of, like, defeating the Cogmos, which I couldn't really get done fast enough. But in this situation, I don't have to worry about it. Also, yeah, I guess I'd have to go for this at some point. Oh, reroll, I actually have enough. Iterate's cheaper this time around, so... I'll just use one stinger here, and then... I even strategically use my stingers in this way to avoid using too many. Just more heavy amounts of saving up on items. That phase of things is done. Then I prepare for like when I start to fill up my bag a lot more often. Okay. Probably could have been better timed because it definitely wasn't the best, I'd say. And yeah, this is where I use the loaded dice in most situations too, or like, similar. Not a similar reason to anything now that I think about it a bit more. Okay. Okay. This is where, once again, I don't really think about using items much. I could, though, because... probably some, yeah, there are more back in the 15B zone. There was another small freeze of the game earlier. There. Sometimes that's how I end up taking phantom damage, where the game freezes in a way that kind of offsets the Cogmower's position, and then what it's really shown, where it's really shown to be, is different from where it actually is in some cases. So sometimes I'd have to watch out for that. It's one of those things where it's only really an on-stream issue. Once again, just streaming in servers with extremely low ping for some reason does that. Still. Okay, I would not trust myself with the goo, and at that point, I'll take that, reroll, and I'll take another overfit red. Yeah, this is where in cases I use loaded dice. First try. And even then, I don't even use too many items. This is pretty much the limit of it in most of those cases. And also glitch drives, yeah. Those are also things I end up using it in a lot of these rounds. So, I have been searching for Vicious Bees a bit more often in, like, more recent times. It's in Mountaintop, by the way. If anyone cares about it enough, then it's up here still. Okay, I am... Okay, now... Another one where I think I've done this one before and I've gotten extremely close. Things could be a bit different here. I might be able to complete this one. I'd say. Maybe. Do that, I'll reroll. I'll probably refrain from that. So yeah. I still don't have too much optimization for white pollen, so there's also my tendencies to not save my loaded dice by just reusing the boosts from the previous fields that I've already have. That's still one of the other things I do to just avoid using more of the items than necessary. Because then I'd have to reuse the loaded dice to go back to mushroom again after getting rid of the loaded dice boost that I already had. Alright. Now loaded dice and spider. Failed. Failed. funny enough, I got the mushroom quicker. And now I've got mushroom here as well. So... Hello, Two Head, and the server's not full right now. For a second, I thought the other random macro that I joined in a small server at the very beginning left, but no, not yet. Sometimes I do. Usually, since there's one that macros in almost every case, like they end up staying in the server, so there's usually one. There's almost always one less spot in the server because of that. I mean, I don't really mind it personally, since I don't even use private servers at all. Yeah, there's already multiple points in... There's already multiple points in this run where I would have definitely lost without the help of other players, fuzzy ults, in this one. Almost there. Will I avoid using Star Saw? Maybe. Is it worth it though? The temptations of doing that do not need to return at a time like this. Oh, they still kind of worked. Now, okay. Blue flower field, I mean, I don't trust now, and I trust I would never really trust blue flower field, because that's when I never really end up getting any pollen from, and also the respect blue also is contributing to it. This one, even with the fuzzy ults, I wouldn't even be, I don't even think I'd be close. So yeah. So now I use that reroll that I got all the way back in round 4 and get lucky. Sometimes I end up going for it there for a reason, I guess. I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of cases where you wouldn't really need it. I even still have the mushroom field loaded dice. Partially tempted to make a joke where I end up saying, you'd probably see more cursed gameplay from other players, and then I just list out all of my other aliases. So it's not even really anyone else. Okay. honey and red pollen, I will still take. With people being extremely mad at me for not taking the capacity, I would almost, like, in most cases, I would almost always end up taking overclock. But I keep nearly doubting myself. Capacity's still cooked anyways, yes. Oh, right, the glitch. Wait, no, I should no, I should really start using glitch drive though. Like I might as well. I have 5 of them. I'm definitely gonna get more or another one from this. So should. I do use some items in some cases, but not all of them, really. For some reason, I thought mine was already placed. It probably wasn't. Pretty close now. This has the potential to set a new world record for the most undeserved round 25 win of all time. But will it actually happen? No. Like, this is not where I realistically can really get anywhere. This is kind of what happens in Quest RNG in many cases. It's about time. It was destined to happen. Quest RNG will always kind of get in the way of everything. I mean, for me, I would not expect to get anywhere with this. I mean, okay, now I think it's gonna mess with my capacity a bit more. Doesn't matter. Bro is not sneaky with that extra sharpen. It's not going to go well in any way. I'll say that much. I don't even know if I don't even know if it's I don't know if it's worth using my. I don't think it's worth using my items. No, I think like there's no way I would get enough pollen from here. Yeah. There's also the respect blue. Yeah. I don't even think I'm gonna bother with this one. I'm gonna be honest with you. Here. Not worth using multiple main loaded dice for. Yeah, I would not trust myself with that. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, personally, I'm not too much of a fan of this amulet. Birdie's got 5 out of 5 white. The fact that I'm like not even didn't really have any plans of like could have been either red or white. But I just keep leaning more towards red in my amulet making, amulet decision making. But yeah, this one I would, yeah, since like when in a stream setting with a situation like this, like I tend to hesitate a bit more, but like most situations I just mostly just go for old pretty quickly. I just keep doubting myself and like a bit more instead of going for the typical instincts that I have, just doing the same thing. Miscellaneous stuff. Spider can't be killed yet. You're tired now? Alright. Good night, Yukabitings. And we'll see if the Vicious Bee's anywhere this time. Okay, unless I missed it, it's probably... might not be there this time around. Okay. At this point, I might as well just finish with the last thing that I haven't even shown yet. Because it's still also not really a thing I've thought about at all. Like, like, that's probably the thing, this is probably the thing I've focused on the least so far. Just put on whatever. And then just haven't really thought about the rest. Like, haven't really been doing many changes to this. I might as well, like, that's probably the one thing I haven't, probably the one thing I haven't shown yet. Okay, well, I don't even know. Yeah. Definitely everything completely messed up there. Something's there, I don't even know. It's just seemingly random stuff. Because it kind of is. Like, wow, that's how much you need for that? No, that's the wrong leaderboard. Wait a minute. Oh, right, wait, yeah. I'm still surprised I got top 100 in this just like one time randomly with my personal best run of all things, which I did not expect to like just randomly happen there. But yeah. Like, I've been at the point, like almost like, I almost find it like harder to like find which stickers to discard. Well, there's an obvious option to discard that one because it's not gonna get any use out of it, and I just kind of keep it just at the bottom just for fun. Probably isn't the most necessary thing when you have 400 stickers and like literally no way of upgrading it to the sticker book size. Parkour or whatever. With a lot more than those highs and stuff. I mean, one of the things about it is that, like, the thing about that is I already put it in my stack, and also I don't think I can, I think from what I remember of it, I don't even think there's a way to even trade it at all. Unless you get it from someone who, like, is like a Discord mod or whatever. Or, like, something, some kind of event or whatever. From what I don't even know the exact details of it. But, like, when I end up getting it from someone, like, I think my assumption is that I'm not able to trade it at all. That's my guess. If I remember it correctly. So, yeah. Like, out of curiosity, do you have, like, one of these stickers that I need? Do you just so happen to have one of the stickers that I need for Dapper Bear's quest? Or, like, I guess even if you have, like, Flying Magenta, okay. That's good. Then. Because I've been at the stamp discarding phase of trying to, get rid of some of the stickers, because I mean, in terms of stamps that I ended up discarding, and stamps, like, not one of those that's on the top of my priority. I'm just trying to get rid of, like, I mostly just think of, like, the clover, dandelion, sunflower, like, all those, like, let me look. Like, right now, I would be only 7th here. Yeah, if I were to look here, feels like dandelion. Even right now, I am pretty close because of Plants Are Plenty. Like, all of these people are Plants Are Plenty users, including me, like, down here. I wouldn't need to do too much more in terms of Plant Are Plenty usage in order to get another one of those. Yeah, due to that sticker inventory issue, I don't really care if this is overpriced much anymore. One other anomaly I noticed, like, looking at the sticker countdown, I remembered the fact that I think I was in, like, one server where the nectar condenser cooldown was 13 seconds. But then I joined another server after, like, same version. I think the server version of the one where that happened was still 6:14. I don't know why. Because no one else was mentioning that weird cooldown anomaly. Because it's supposed to be 5 seconds from what I remember of it. So it's... So in that, from that way of things, it kind of feels very confusing. Like, but, and then in no other servers it would be like that. It'd always be like the usual 5 seconds. For some reason. Which I don't quite get. I don't know. So yeah. one of the two things about me that would make this a lot more, like a lot harder is like A, I'm not anywhere near as interested in terms of like using like Discord to like find people to trade with. I always would have ended up using the Roblox chat, but that leads right into the second point, aka number. I mean, I started by saying A, but now like I gotta say B right after that, of course. The second point, I don't even need to say anything for this one. It just speaks for itself here. That's pretty much the only inspiration for my Cub Buddy name. Prior to that, I just had it set as not trading this, just to show that I wasn't planning on trading that Cub Buddy. But then I decided to change it a bit. I almost feel like I've almost felt like more recently, as in like only like within the last couple of hours, that it could lead to like a tiny amount of ambiguity with like if you're looking at it through stream chat. But yeah. But yeah. Good night, Cactus. And the gameplay will forever be cursed. I actually don't. I wonder if it's even more cursed in games like Outlast, where like I kind of just use some of the weirdest glitches around it, like every chance I get. It makes me ponder that question a bit. Hello, Vida Facil. Thinking of what to do now. I might. Oh wait, yeah, that's. I don't do Commando Chick too much anymore. I could get back to doing a little bit of that while I'm here. 3.25-ish million HP right now. Okay, still going with the strats of respawning Commander Chick right after it goes in its egg. So yeah, I kind of just repeat that process a lot. So yeah. I was briefly kind of doing a bit of Commander Chick, but then once the HP got to like before I was at 2.5 million, but now as it went to like up to 5 million, that's when I kind of started doing it a bit less. So I feel like nowadays I might like if I'm planning on doing Commander Chick, I might split it up into chunks of 3. So like I'll do like roughly a third of the damage one time, then the next third in a like different session or whatever, and then like somewhere down the line I will do the last little bit of damage. Like the individual chunks of time that I spend on Commander Chick are shorter, yeah. But overall it takes a lot longer to defeat now. To defeat one Commander Chick. Okay, got kind of lucky with that one, I think. Okay, Dandelion Field and Nectar Collector's Leaderboard. Nothing too special besides the tickets to add to my even larger collection of tickets. So yeah, 1.9 mil left. Okay, that's what I missed. So yeah, I'm gonna get this down to like 1.6 mil, and then I will probably just move on to something else, or end the stream even. I mean, it is. We've reached that point where it does get a little bit started to feel a little bit late, and since I don't really sleep enough at the current moment, I feel like it would be better in a situation like this to just end the stream here, so I don't have to mess up my sleep schedule even more than it already is messed up in a way. Oh wait, I already passed 1.6 mil. Okay, I'll just... Some things I could do here. Oh yeah, there's also the Snowborough where I attempt to not defeat it once more. I will wait for the right time still, though. Yeah, I still try to avoid risk a bit. It's even more interesting when there's another hive that's actually like a red hive that's similar to my level that could probably attack, like do a considerable amount of damage to the center. It's a little bit more risk in that case. I could find a different sort of do it in, I guess, if I wanted to. Since I want to keep it at level 22 and also, hello MJV. How many blue ability tokens? Okay, 3,322 still. I'll complete Polar Bear's quest right now, and also Vicious Bee just spawns right here. That's convenient. I mean, the next Polar Bear quest is a bit more inconvenient, but oh well. So yeah. Yeah, not too much more I plan on doing. I'll just get in there at Honest Litter real quick before I end the stream, and then at the very least, I should use Glue Dispenser though, too. I might as well. Not gonna do much with it, since there's not really anything here where I really need to use it for things. I'll still use the gumdrops, sure. Like, I might as well. It doesn't hurt at all to use them in this scenario. I mean, this could contribute very slightly to this, but Plants or Plenty is gonna do all the work in the long run. So yeah. Now as I start to wrap things up, I will start to do my usual nectar collecting procedures with everything. Looking through things. Yeah, in these situations I would typically I just kind of convert everything into nectar vials, even if it's probably completely unnecessary. I just thought I might as well do it now. This stream is not gonna last too much longer, anyways, and I'm gonna end up going to bed in a moment. So all the nectar is probably gonna usually ends up going to waste, anyways. So my unnecessary focus towards nectar leaderboard instead, and being like 721 days away from it, is where I tend to think about it a bit more. Just how it'll always be. So yeah, just do that. Let me replant. I mean, actually, no, it's still my inventory, never mind. I'll still place it here though. So yeah. Back to what I was doing earlier with getting a lot of nectar from like turning everything into nectar vials and just repeating the same process over and over again. Just like how it was never supposed to be in an ordinary situation, but it's just kind of what I do at times. I don't know why I didn't know you could do that until now, like opening that up while you're in the leaderboard. Well, now I've got 3 days, 3 hours, 46 minutes of nectar, and that puts me right behind someone with that username, of course. So yeah. I've done a lot of other things already, so yeah, that'll probably be it. Already got wealth clock. I haven't gotten the stockings apparently. I thought I did. If I'd gotten the wealth clock, yeah. So yeah. I had a feeling I didn't do something. Let's look at that real quick. Refreshing nectar. I probably could have gotten that before turning everything into nectar vials. But oh well, that's still fine anyways. So yeah. Yeah, it does feel strange in a way how much I do like basically everything in a strange way. It's just how I might just keep doing it. It's just the way I find things interesting. But whatever. Yeah, not much else for me to do, so I'll probably end it there. I mean, well, I think the very last thing I'll do is just I'll just use this RoboPass now right before ending the stream. Do that, and yeah, it's pretty much just smooth sailing from there. Okay. Current time is 1:12 a.m. So yeah. That's all. Okay, I can probably stop delaying the end of the stream so much. Wait, okay, there we go. Yeah. I'll see you next time. Okay, not what I expected. I mean, I was, like, quite literally 2 seconds away from just pressing the outro button, or pressing the end stream button on OBS to just let the end screen, thing play out, even though it's not even a good end screen. But yeah, I'll see. This shouldn't take long. Also, the blue flower ones are being taken care of. Where are the other ones? I think they're mountaintop. Yeah. And also, Mondo Chick's gonna die in the process. Okay, yeah. Now I'll see you next time. Finally, actually did everything I planned on doing.